Public hearing is going again. Thank you for joining us. If you have not done so already, please turn off the phone.
Close bathroom.
And as Robert Booth says at every founders meeting, if you can hear my voice, please. So, Grandma and Grandpa were visiting their grandson and the family overnight. When Grandpa found a bottle of Viagra in the medicine cabinet, he asked his grandson about using one of the pills. His grandson said, "Oh, I don't think you should take one. They're very, very strong and really quite expensive." "How much?" asked Grandpa. $10 a pill, replied the grandson. "I don't care," replied the grandson. "I'd still like to try one, and before we leave in the morning, I'll put the money under your pillow." The next morning, the grandson awoke to find $110 under the pillow. He went downstairs, found Grandpa sitting on the porch, and asked, "Grandpa, I told you each pill was $10, not $110. "I know," said Grandpa. "The 100's from your grandmother." Do we have any first-time visitors? Miss Patty, you're back in town with us?
I'm back in town, and Washington will never be the same.
I'm sure it won't.
So first we have from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house. Welcome.
Nobody sits together.
Let you get your steps in.
I need my steps. 20,000 steps a day up there in D.C. 20,000. So, Carlos here is from Colombia.
Welcome, Carlos, Colombiano.
And Hollis here was born in Brooklyn but lived in New York his whole life.
Welcome, welcome.
I have one more floating around up here someplace. Where is he? Up here, I missed him. I can't go that way. Sadder than I thought I was. Omar, I'm coming, Omar. And from Puerto Rico, we have Omar.
Welcome, Omar. You got everybody?
That wraps it up.
All right, thank you, Miss Patty. Thank you all for joining us. This lady could not be more on cue. Teresa is here with Come on up. Tell us what's going on.
Hi, good morning. It's so nice to be with you. Congressman Moskowitz, of course, sends regards. He is fighting really hard for you guys and all of us in D.C. I know that there's been a lot of talk about town halls, so I wanted to mention that he is having a virtual one coming up. It'll be in May. I should have the date within the next week. We have had some credible threats, unfortunately, in our office, and that's why we haven't done these big events where we're inviting the whole world, and there could be problems. So, but stay tuned. We will be sending that out, and obviously Bruce and Robert are in sync with us and constantly in communication. So we'll let you know once we have that date. It will be probably early May. We'd love to have you tune into it. It'll be online, and it'll be something where you can be interactive and let him know any questions you have. And as always, I'm always here every month. Usually, if I don't get here for some reason and you need help, just let us know. We'll make time to come out and help you. I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys know, but we have an office space in the Broward College building, which is off Las Olas too. We don't go there every single day. The main office is in Coral Springs out west, but we will come in if you need something, if you want more of a private meeting or something like that, and not, at this type of meeting. So happy to do that. Hope you're all doing well, wish you well, and those of you celebrating Easter and Passover, have a wonderful time celebrating with your friends and family. Good health and happiness to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Teresa. And Teresa will be here when we wind up for questions or comments and everything. So from our wellness department, we have some bad news. Danny's not feeling well. The good news is Sean Campbell's going to fill in.
Awesome. This week is giving awareness, advocacy, and just the right amount of spice, so let's dive into it. First up, today is International Microvolunteering Day. I think you're too busy to make a difference. Think again. There are various ways you can volunteer, including sharing social media posts, calling your representatives, using your skills and talents for designing, writing, translation, that sort of thing. Tonight we have our Reiki Circle with Jeff Scott over here. Join us from 6:30 to 7:30 for a healing hour of deep relaxation and energy balance. Now, let's talk about April 16th. Anybody know what day that is?
I do.
16th. It is National Horny Day. Yes,
It's every day.
Today, on the 16th, everybody celebrates. So whether you're solo, throupled, coupled, take time to reconnect with your body, your desires. Self-love does count, and let's be honest, your clothes will not ghost you. April 18th is doing the most, and we love that. So, April 18th is National Transgender HIV Testing Day. Let's center and uplift our trans siblings in conversations around sexual health, including access, inclusion, and respect. That is not negotiable. Okay, know your sex is sexy, and testing is caring. It is also Anal Sex Day. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a curious newbie, this is your official excuse to explore the back door.
What door? What day is it?
It is
What door?
every day. Every day, right. So just remember, knock first. Consent is sexy. Noob is mandatory. Communication is foreplay. And a clean beach is a happy beach. Also on April 18th is Quality Park After Dark, but after you're worn out, you're going to want to do that. I do. It is a funky, fabulous market with food vendors, additional vendors, food trucks. There's going to be music. There's going to be special live performances from the Imperial Sun Court of all Florida. So bring your friends, bring your appetite, and bring your puppies for a good walk. Also, let's give it up for our feet. National Feet Week is April 17th through 23rd. They support every step that you take, literally, so take care of them. Whether you're breaking in heels, boots, living in sneakers, this week is all about pampering your paws.
Yeah, your heels
Also,
on.
a lot of people have foot fetishes, so make sure they're nice and pretty. Here at the Pride Center, we do offer free and confidential HIV testing Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. with a full STI panel available in collaboration with AHF back in Building B every Tuesday and Thursday. No appointments needed, no judgment, just care. And last, let's make this week sexy, stay supportive, and stay full of joy. Pleasure and protection can go hand in hand, mouth to mouth, or
Thank you, Tom. We have our little pride coordinator down here.
Sorry.
I always start off with what I'm not going to talk about. Not going to talk about foot fetishes. I'm not going to talk about very specific types of sex. And what else am I not going to talk about?
Your room.
Being horny. Okay. I'm not going to. Good morning. My name is Diane Papafotis, and I'm the coordinator of the Women with Pride program here at the Pride Center. I'm also not going to talk about my office. I have some dates coming up. I'm not going to be here next Tuesday, but I want to tell you about what's happening. I know. I really deserve a raise. I know. Next week is the kickoff of a very special week. But before I talk about that, does anyone know what this is? Anyone other than Sean? I've already asked you once today. Yes. Lesbian Pride flag. Yes, absolutely. And I know, isn't that cool? I think there's actually another flag prior to this. So this is maybe the second Lesbian Pride flag. But next week is Lesbian Visibility Week. And part of the reason that we are hosting the Wilton Women's Week is to coincide with Lesbian Visibility Week. And that starts this year on April 21st. Through April 27th. And I'll just tell you quickly what that week is all about. It's an annual observance in the United States and in the UK and other countries dedicated to increasing the awareness of lesbian women and their issues. And we have a lot of issues. some of us more than others. It was originally celebrated in 1990 in California, and there is a link to the Pride Center in California. I think it was started there at the Pride Center. And it's been more recently tied to Lesbian Visibility Day, which is on April 26th. So that's happening next week. So I urge all of you, if you're walking on the street and you see a lesbian, please give them a hug. We need that. It's our weakness.
Should we ask first?
No, you don't have to ask. We love a good hug. So next week, as I said, I'm not going to be here next Tuesday. Next Friday, we are kicking off Wilton Women's Week. It's finally here, April 25th. We are so excited. I've told you about a lot of events that are happening during that week, and I want to share a few of the events that are very special because we had to drag some of these groups up from Miami to be here. But we have 3 events that are hosted by women of color-led organizations, and we're really excited about that. One of them is the Rainbow Ladies. They're hosting an event on the day of opening day, April 26th, Saturday afternoon at Rosie's. They're going to have a lesbian mixer there. The Rainbow Ladies are a great organization based in Miami Gardens. They do a lot of work in the community. They do a lot of work with women's organizations. They give back to the community. So we're really excited to have the Rainbow Ladies here. We hosted an event with them to kick off the year. A fabulous organization. Their president this year, I don't think she ever stops. They are really great. So that's called the Rainbow Ladies RL. The next group is Thou Art Women. Some of you may know Thou Art Women. They are part of Blink. And Thou Art Women is essentially an art event series, and it's produced by the nonprofit organization called Blink, and that's Black LGBTQ plus Liberation Inc. They do some amazing performance art events, and they're hosting an event during Wilton Women's Week, and that's going to be on Thursday, May 1st at Palmyra Lounge from 7 to 9 p.m. or 7 to 10 p.m. I encourage you to go there. They're a great organization. There's going to be some spoken word performance art. It's a really great group. And last but not least, we have a group called Les Moon, or an organization called Les Moon. And that is hosted by a spoken word artist, and her name is Sublime. And she has an event, and it's queer people of color. And they just want to have a place to go. And she's building community, and it's really not about partying. It's about art and performance and celebrating queer women. So we have those 3 events during Wilton Women's Week. We have a whole host of other events. I encourage you to go to www.wiltonwomensweek.org. We have an amazing selection of events starting next Friday, April 25th, all the way through May 4th. And I'm super proud that we have somebody here from Coffee and Conversation who's going to help us do some video. Alan is here. He's going to help volunteer. Anybody else who's interested in volunteering, please let me know. We can always use help. Thank you very much. Have a great week.
Thank you, Diane. From AARP, we have Miss Betty from the Bronx.
Oh, I'll go the other way.
There you come.
How are you?
Going around the mountain.
I'm very loud. I can talk from here.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you know, it's Betty from the Bronx.
You always look beautiful, Betty.
Thank you.
Happy holidays to everybody, both Passover and Easter and whatever in between, all right? And unlike Sean, I do like high heels. So guys, I got a special prize for you if you have a pair on today. Because I can't wear them anymore, so I enjoy looking at other people with them. And anyway, and like Teresa who said that, Jared is fighting for everything that he can to help save Social Security and long-term health and Medicare and Medicaid. AARP is right behind him and helping to do that too. So we just wanted to be aware. We have some people in here who actually went up to Tallahassee and talked to some of the representatives. And Donald, if you want to talk to Donald, who's sitting here, he did that. Him and David Rudder went up to Tallahassee on behalf of AARP and talked to a lot of the representatives and told them how we feel, and they represented the 50-plus community. And I think they're pretty special. Thank you, Donald. David's not here.
So again, we just appreciate all that you can do, call your congressman or whatever. I'm not getting political, whoever you vote for, just tell them we want to save Social Security, that's for sure. And I think most of us in this room need the Medicare advantages. So take care of that, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It's supposed to be sunny. And remember to step on my table if you have a pair of high heels. Bye.
Your name is Miss Betty, Miss Hillary.
Hi, good morning. It's been a while. Most of you know me as the daughter of Bruce, thanks God he never had. Of course, Sean's sister from another mister. But I'm here to talk about something more important. Sean ran off a whole lot of dates, and one date that's important is Wednesday, April 23rd, is Holocaust Remembrance Day. I'm inviting you to a program in Temple Sinai in Hollywood. Music is provided by the Gay Men's Chorus. It is free, open to the public. And I know Robert remembers in 1936 when the Germans ejected all the Jews from the German military. And you can imagine that could possibly happen to a marginalized group being thrown out of the military today. And so many other things. At that time, 6 million Jews were murdered, 100,000 LGBT people were murdered, some in concentration camps, some in medical experiments, some in conversion therapies. And lesbians, they were made to procreate by force, especially if you were blonde and blue-eyed, because, they probably wanted people from Norway. No offense to our Norwegian ancestry over here. So please join me. We're about 2 miles from the Hard Rock, so you can go gamble before you take a gamble coming over to us. It is at 6:15 in the evening. There's a photo gallery, a really important, meaningful program, music by the Gay Men's Chorus. It is free, and it is followed by cookies and conversation. And they haven't even hit me up for a royalty for that term yet. So please join us on the 23rd. I'll have flyers here on the piano, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.
Al Ferguson to chat us up about mid-century modern.
Officially wearing the press.
Good morning, everybody. I'm with HotSpots Happening Out. As everybody, or a lot of you know, very passionate as I turn 65 this July. I'm very aware of older issues in LGBTQ. HotSpots Happening Out has growing focus on the LGBT senior community. That's why I have the CEO from HotSpots Happening Out here today, Darren Lowley. Darren, wait. We're excited to say that we're participating June 21. SunServe and Crime Gentlemen and SAGE and other organizations are going to have Senior Pride June 21st. And we're very happy to make an official event of Stonewall Pride. I'll be a host of the event. It's going to be great. Make sure in this announcement you're going to see in, I believe, the next week to 10 days. It'll be great. We are going to have a senior dedicated space on June 14th at Stonewall Pride for seniors, and it's going to include a cool space, we think. So that'll be coming out. So follow that. Just a quick note about mid-century modern. Have you heard that phrase?
Yes.
Mid-century modern means 1950s, 1960s, 1970s architecture. It also means older LGBT people. I encourage you to tune into Hulu. Ryan Murphy, the famous director, has created a show called Mid-Century Modern. There's 10 episodes. They're deciding in the next 6 weeks if there's going to be a season 2. Go to Hulu, share with friends, and watch it. It is basically the Golden Girls based in Palm Springs with gay men, all seniors. And the characters has Linda Lavin as Sophia, and it has Nathan Lane as the Dorothy character, Nathan Lee Graham as the Blanche character, and the beautiful Matt Bomer plays the dumb Rose character. It is hilarious. 10 episodes. They filmed 7 of the episodes in the fall, then they went on Christmas break, and on December 29th, Linda Lavin died.
Passed away, yeah.
And the last 3 episodes take up that of imagining Sophia dying in the Golden Girls. And it's hilarious. And Linda Lavin would have loved it.
Yes.
I just encourage you, the storylines are all in this room. 100% of the storylines are in this room. And visibility matters in LGBT for seniors. So watch Mid-Century Modern on Hulu. If you need any questions or anything about it, just see me out. All right?
Thank you very much. We have special events coordinator, Elihu.
Good morning, everyone. Mid-Century Modern is a very funny show. I do watch it. It's hilarious, so check it out. What do I have for you? On April 26th, we have our final Jammin at the center of the season, and it will be Eddie Balzola and Oriente. So it will be a Latin-flared concert here at the center. It is $25, and for that, you get
free parking
and 2 drinks. There we go. I don't think I did that right today, but okay. And on June 1st, we, the Pride Center, will be kicking off Pride Month at the Hard Rock for the Hard Rock Drag Brunch. And it is going to be very fun. We will have tiaras, espresso martinis, and all that fun stuff you expect at a brunch. But we will also be honoring the Our Fund, Equality Florida, and Anna Navarro from The View. So come on out and join us, and let's kick off Pride Month. Have a good day.
Thank you, Elihu. We have our Director of Development, Ms. Rebecca.
In heels.
I'm short. Anyway, so listen, I just want to clarify something. So Al, I appreciate what you were talking about NCM, right? 50s, 60s, and 70s. But for those of us that were born in the 70s, we're not considered old. I mean, they aren't considered old in any way. And I just want to clarify that because I keep hearing it more and more that 70s people are born in the 70s. I'm like, oh no, that's not true. So just want to kind of see so it.
Happy numbers up again.
No, we're not going to do that at all. Ever. Anyway, I only have 2 things for you. Bricks. Remember, if you want to be walked all over in perpetuity, you can purchase your own brick for as little as $100. I have placed brochures this time on the table so you can peruse that. You can connect with myself. You can connect with RC. You can connect with Robert, whoever you would like if you'd like to purchase a brick. And of course, finally, our membership starts at $30 a year. We would love to see every single person in this room become a member for $30 a year because it helps keep our programs growing. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rebecca. It's time for our CEO, Mr. Robert.
Well. So, I didn't know I was Mid-Century Modern. And now, Rose Nyland, that's a real person from St. Olaf. Like, she was my aunt. What do you mean she was the dizzy one? So, anyway, so I do have a couple of things. This is National Fair Housing Month, and this is coming out of the Coast to Coast Legal Aid. And so it's a time to recognize the fundamental right to equal access to housing and the ongoing fight against discrimination. If you have any incident of this, any occurrence, please contact Coast to Coast, which is a portion of legal aid. If you need their contact information, our staff at the reception desk can help link you to them and give you that information. And then, yes, I do want to wish everyone a happy Passover that started Saturday night and commemorates the liberation from the Israelis from slavery in Egypt and passing over of God's forces of destruction. So if you celebrate Passover, happy Passover. For those of you who celebrate Easter this Sunday, happy Easter. So, National Day of Remembrance. So can anyone tell me what happened on April 14th, 1912 on this date? The Titanic. Yes, I was not there, but the Titanic did go down. And I have also, today is April 15th. It is Tax Day. Do you know what tomorrow is?
The day after tax day?
it's the day that all of the CPAs take Xanax. So, memorial event, memorable events that happened on this day. 1865, what happened? Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes, absolutely. And then in 1923, for those of you who may have been around, that is the first film with sound that played at the Rialto in New York City. And how many of you still have your Rand McNally map? Thank you. Today was the first day it came out, it was published. And then I just want to, because this brought up a nice childhood memory for me. Born on this day, Elizabeth Montgomery. Bewitched. Yes, I love Bewitched. So, today in gay history, Leonardo da Vinci was born. You know he's gay? Yes. And then, because I want to be inclusive of women, today, Bessie Smith, American blues singer, was born. She was a good friend of the male impersonator Gladys Ferguson. She was a friend of Gladys Ferguson. And then, again, Sally Miller Gerhardt. In 1973, she became the first open lesbian to obtain a tenure-track position when she was hired by the San Francisco State University. Good history, yes. This one I did not know. Luke Evans was born today. Anyone know who Luke Evans is? If I showed you the picture, you would. So he was raised a Jehovah's Witness, though he left the religion at 16. He performed in many London West End. Where's my Brit? Oh, she had to leave. There she is. Rent and Miss Saigon. And then he went on to Hollywood, and he was in Fast and Furious. He was in the trilogy of Tolkien's, The Hobbit. And just so you know, he is single. I had no idea he was gay. It gives me another reason to go back and watch the movies. So also, back in history, because we have been around, so my last name is Boo, so I have the right to make fun of someone else's last name. Major Archibald Butt. Butt had pursued a career in journalism and served in the Spanish-American War. But, what day, Sean?
Yeah, right.
What's the national?
18th.
No, national, 18th is national, okay. So I say, but booked passage on the Titanic, and he went down on the Titanic. But was last seen in the smoking room making no attempt to save himself, and he went down, his remains were never found. So, it is also National Ellis Island Family History Day. How many of you traced your ancestors that came through? My mother's mother came from England. We were able to find that information, and before my mother passed, she was so happy that she could find that. It is also National Healthcare Decision Day. So if you have not put in your healthcare directives, please do so. This is your reminder. Designate someone that you trust. Do not leave it up to someone else to make those decisions. A family member you may no longer be in contact with or trust. Set it up for yourself. So on your table, we put out a document that is talking about in the state of Florida some of the initiatives that are going on. So I talked last week about the Attacking Citizens Amendment and what it does, trying to ensure that it's harder, that all of us could put something on the agenda to be voted on. So what happened is it did get slightly modified, so they removed the $1 million bond for processing a constitutional amendment. However, it still retains a tight 10-day turnaround timeline, which is nearly impossible for people to meet. So on the back of that paper is a QR code for the state of Florida's representatives and the state of Florida's senators. So take your QR code, take a link to it, and then you can find and scroll who your representative is and who your senator is. So you can call and tell them you do not want this to happen. Also, book banning. So read along with me if you've got it. This bill would increase book banning in Central Florida K through 12 schools. Now, some of you may be going, I don't have a skin in this game. I don't have children or grandchildren that go to school here. But yes, you do. Because they're wanting to eliminate, they're wanting to whitewash the history of the LGBT community, of slavery, of the Holocaust, you name it, it's trying to be banned. So this bill is added to the agenda and it's going to be voted on this Thursday. So make your phone calls. And then the last one I want to talk about regarding Florida is the voter suppression bill. So if you need to restrict people or suppress people from voting, it means your policies are not good. Everyone should have easy access to being able to vote. So again, this Thursday, it is going to be voted on. So take your phone, take the QR code, scroll and find your senator and your House of Representatives and make a phone call. Also, on the back of that sheet, so you remember last year how I kept on talking about Project 2025, how 900 plus pages, how it was attacking so many of us, no matter your walk of life, your age, who you love, everything. It's all in here, their game plan. So on the back of that same sheet is a Project 2025 tracker. So you can see how everything is going in that direction. So far, 44% of their objectives have been accomplished. 900 pages, and in 86 days, they have accomplished 44% of their objectives. So if you go to that website that's on the QR code, you can scroll down and you can see all of the objectives in all of the departments of the government that they have these changes. You can read as much as you want, and you can see what personally impacts you, whether it's Medicare, Medicaid, whatever it is, so you have the information. So if someone says, I don't know anything about Project 2025, share this website and help educate people so they can know. Because not everyone's going to print up 900 plus pages and go through it and try to decipher it. So go to the tracker and stay informed. So I've been talking about how the Department of HIV Prevention was dissolved at the CDC. So last week, we officially received notice from the Florida Department of Health that the contract officially expires on June 30th. And while this marks the conclusion of this specific initiative, we remain hopeful and committed to continuing collaborative efforts. For future grant opportunities, please visit this website for other grant opportunities. Now, I have a sense of humor, and this is one of the times I'm like, okay, I just had to laugh. You click on the link and it takes you to a page that doesn't exist. All right, so they found out their mistake and sent another email, and so they did send a list the correct link to a page that still doesn't have any other grant opportunities for us to apply. So that means, what's that mean? July 1st, all across the country, with the exception of a couple of states that have said that they are going to pick up that funding in their state for HIV prevention, such as California, New York, Oregon, I think Washington. Do you think Florida is one of those states?
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. So there will not be, unless we can find gap funding. I've been talking since January to every available funder out in the world, because I'm looking for $175,000 to get us from July 1st to December 31st. Our grant from the Department of Health for the last 100 years has been $350,000 for our HIV prevention. So that $175,000 would get us from July 1st to the end of December 31st as the programs and services exist as they are today. All of these wellness classes that we provide that are free of charge, all of the testing that we provide, we are a non-traditional, non-clinical HIV testing provider. We are not an AIDS service organization. So that means we go out into the community, whether that's at the bathhouse, the sex clubs, Walgreens, treatment centers. We go where the community is to do that testing. All of that will stop unless we find some alternative funding to get through the end of the year, and then fingers crossed that the federal government and the state have their act together to be able to put out a new funding that we could then maybe apply for. So that is the impact, that's the message. You have all of the information on how to contact the state of Florida's elected representatives for your specific area. Make a phone call every week, make a phone call every day. You can do it from your sofa, your recliner, your kitchen table. You have the ability, because you are all super voters in here, just like I am. I vote for every single election, no matter what it is, and make your voice heard. And then, yes, Pat.
Are you fearful that Pride Center may not be able to find the funds to continue the program?
I am hopefully optimistic that funding will come through enough to help cover us through the end of the year. I remain positive. So, I just want to give a special shout out to our sponsors.
Right.
Because Open Mill, Independent Hall, as all of you know, and have heard and watched for the years, that is where my mother lived, my mother and father lived. My mother lived there for 6 years. So it's just appropriate. It's like serendipitous that they are here, because yesterday, last night at 11:40, was the 2nd anniversary of my mother passing. So it just seems so appropriate that you are here. And I thank you. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you, Robert.
Moving on, as Robert said, Golden Bell has been our sponsors at the Expo for over a decade at $5,000 a pop. Sonia, Robert, what's going on?
Thank you. I am Sonia Jorgensen. I'm the Executive Director, the Administrator at Golden Bell Senior Living, both Independence Hall and Williamsburg Landing. And I'm here with our wonderful Sales Director, Robert Levy, who just last week celebrated his 1-year anniversary with us. And I have to give Rob a shout out, because when he started a year ago, we had some occupancy challenges. We were around between 50 and 60% occupied. And we are now waitlisted for some, we're very close to waitlisting, especially for some of our more desirable apartments. So congratulations to Rob and his partners. We are your neighborhood senior living community. We have at Independence, we are on 26th Street, just east of the bowling alley. At Independence Hall, we offer independent living and assisted living, and then more traditional, what we would all think of as assisted living at Williamsburg Landing, that big pink building that was so controversial when we painted it, but we like it. So as part of National Healthcare Decision Day, please let us help you make some healthcare decisions and stop by or fill out this paper, because I had to get some paper to write my question. Fill out this paper and we will give you some information on how you can plan for senior living and for your future, because none of us are old enough for that yet. So in keeping with tradition, Independence Hall tradition, I have some trivia questions for you today. And we also have a prize wheel. So whoever answers the questions correctly can come and spin our prize wheel and you'll get a surprise. How's that? Okay, ready? In what country, oh wait, I have some other things. We are also very proud to be part of our neighborhood, right? To be part of our community. Back in November, we hosted the Founders Circle event, which unfortunately I was not able to attend because I broke my ankle the day before getting ready for the Founders Circle event. Hope you like that Christmas tree, because I'm not allowed to go on the ladder anymore. In February, we were thrilled to host the inaugural fundraising event for Scripps Foundation.
Yay.
And let me tell you, the ladies bring their own DJ. It was a good time. And then I think it was just last month, we also hosted a training event for SAGE. So we are part of our community, and we really do hope that you come by and get some more information, and we can help you with your healthcare decision making. Okay, now the questions. In what country is Easter Island located? Yes, sir. Chile, yes. Come on and spin the wheel. We're going to keep it moving. What is the best-selling Easter candy in the United States?
Peeps.
You got to raise your hand. It's no.
Jelly beans.
No. No. Not peeps. Not jelly beans. No. Little chickens.
Cadbury eggs.
Closer. Cadbury. Okay, one more.
The Reese's peanut butter.
You are correct. Come and spin the wheel. That was a hard one. That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. What designer painted Easter eggs for royalty? Don't yell it out. Raise your hand. John. Fabergé. Yes. Peter Carl Fabergé. So come on up and stand. This is a hard one. I'm going to save this till the end. Yes, I do. That's a surprise. In what country did the tradition of the Easter Bunny begin? Please raise your hands. Don't yell it out. Yes.
United States.
No. Way in the back. No. In the blue shirt. No. One more. Germany. Oh. You guys do your stuff. Okay. Who was the first president to host the Easter egg roll at the White House? Yes, sir. No. Yes, sir.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Nope.
Reagan?
Betty? Nope.
Clinton.
Nope. Nope. Not Kennedy. Not
Carter?
Roosevelt. Not Lincoln.
Carter.
Not Carter. It was way longer than that. Think. Well, none of us. I don't think. I'm Canadian. I don't know. But I don't think any of us were alive. In the back. Blue shirt. Yes. Rutherford D. Hayes. Only people with blue shirts are winning today. Okay, I have one more, and it's really hard. But it is for that lovely Easter basket. Nice gifts come in small packages. There's a lot in that little basket. Yes. On what Sunday does Easter fall? And it's not the third Sunday, Rob. On what Sunday does Easter fall? Yes, in the back. Way in the back.
The first Sunday after the
first full moon after the equinox.
Did you hear me tell Rob that this morning? You are correct. It is the first Sunday, I'm very impressed, after the full moon on or after the spring equinox. You get to spin twice, sir, if you can tell me the dates. You can spin anything. Come on and spin. It always falls between March 22nd and April 25th. Wow, you are really smart. So everyone, please fill out this paper, get some more information about us at Golden Bell Senior Living. Come by and visit us anytime. And thank you for having us this morning.
And we're going to continue because Golden Bell is also sponsoring the bonnet contest. If you have a bonnet to enter, come on up, put your bonnet on, get your butt up here. We've got one there. Two, who else? I see the Queen Jewels over here. Come on forward. Sean, Sonia, and Robert are going to pick a quick winner. First prize will be a $100 gift card. Second prize will be a wine basket. Come forward. Let's give our judges a minute.
Sonny, look this way.
Judges, are you pretty close to a decision? Somebody come forward and read it and weep. Go do the runner-up.
No, it sounds like it's
Great contestants here. All right, so first we're going to do our runner-up, and our runner-up is Sunny.
Sunny.
And the winner is...
And without further ado, the winner is Barry.
Thank you.
Barry,
Thank you,
stay right there.
Bell. Teresa is here. Miss Blanca, close us out if you would, please. Okay. Teresa will be looking outside if you have questions for her.
All right, well, congratulations to the winner. That's fantastic. So the total today is $289. All right, my little accountants, what's your prize? Well, 450 is exact, but we always give you those. So 145. Are we right back?
And the winner is...
All right, the winner is, you ready? All right, here we go. 1049 3282. 1049 3282. All right, we have a winner, folks. Congratulations. Remember to turn your ringers on. Please deposit your trash in the nearest receptacle.
Thank you for joining us. Teresa is outside. Golden Bell folks will be here. Have a safe week. We will see you next Tuesday.